I'm currently halfway up the route now. I've just passed halfway house. It is extremely humid at the moment, so that's fun, but luckily we are past the heat wave, so the temperature has dropped somewhat. So I'm going to take a little break, and then I'm going to slowly get to the top, and then try and find somewhere sheltered and out of the way, and we can start painting. The blackberries have only just started growing, otherwise I'd be feasting upon these as I walk up. So we've made up the first slog, the first false summit, and now to do the rest. So here's a little bit of history of Wrekin, and weirdly, if anybody has played Assassin's Creed Valhalla, this location is actually one of the viewpoints. We're nearly at the next false summit, and there are lots of moody clouds, wondering if it's going to rain again. And if I remember rightly, this location here, where you can see the two mounds, I think this is where the entrance was to the Hillfort. If I remember rightly, I think it was called Devil's Gate. Here we have an exceptionally rugged path. Just watch my footing here. Can you tell I'm really out of breath? I am so unfit. Find somewhere relatively sheltered to set up, but I still have a view of the landscape to paint from. I'm kind of tempted by this location. It is very slightly out of the wind because it's just slightly downhill from the top. Is this too precarious if I go for those rocks just here? I think kind of find the perfect spot is like near impossible, but this seems quite nice. I think if I'd come here during the heat wave, this would have been a little bit better, but the weather is turning quite a bit and it's extremely windy. So I'm going to rethink what I'm doing. I'll take a photo for reference, finish this sketch and painting at home, and we'll just find a safe location and start afresh. It's easier at Plein. Nothing is ever perfect. Can you see the wind? Can you see the wind? It's quite a bit. But great view. Could this be the new painting location? Kind of shaded by the sun, slightly out of the path. It's around the back of the Wrekin, so there's less people here. I don't know how exposed to the wind it is, so I'm going to sit here for a couple of minutes and see what it's like. The ground isn't perfectly flat, but honestly, I quite like this location. Just need to decide like what I'm drawing. I feel like this is easier to sit at this angle, so maybe if we do this, I know it's going to be quite heavy on this, but maybe if I can make up the colours on this side, I can try and balance it a bit more. So we are back home. In a rush to get down the hill quicker, I might have stacked it a little and ripped a massive hole in my leggings and a bit of a gash in my knee. So that was fun, but we're back home. Antiseptic has been used and we are going to finish this picture now. Thankfully, because it's been a warm day, this has actually dried very quickly. So I'm quite happy about that. The paints that I have out at the moment, I have some Kuretake Gansai Tambi paints. Is that what they are? I think that's what they are. And then we've also got the Himi gouache paint as well. So if I want something a bit more opaque, I'm going to switch to these, but in the meantime, I'm going to be using these. So this is going to be quite an amalgamation of a few different things happening. It is truly mixed media. And I also get to try out some new pencils as well that I bought the other week in the Lake District. So that's fun. But first things first. I shouldn't have done that. Oh, it's cold. It's so cold. Okay, I need to activate these paints. This makes using them like a little bit easier. I'm not having to spend forever trying to activate them. And even though we're past the heat wave, it is still incredibly hot here at the moment. But we'll work with what we've got. Yeah, I told Sam I thought it was only going to be like 20 minutes to half an hour getting down. It was a little bit longer. So the bit where I set up to paint like this picture, it was down on the other side of the summit, but I didn't realise how far down I went. Not many people go up that slide because it's just incredibly steep. So a lot of people can't handle it. So clever me thought, oh, that'd be a great place to quietly paint. I showed me there. I should just not be allowed to have ideas. I just end up hurting myself in the end. But luckily I was a smart cookie and took a reference photo before I got up. So we're just working off that at the moment. The nice thing about actually painting it in the moment in front of you, you can have a lot more fun with the composition because you're not trying to have that angle that a camera takes. You're taking in a lot more information as we see in a wider viewpoint. You can take a lot more artistic liberties with something like this. This is definitely very pink. There's some rose madder in the sky maybe. Blend that down. Yeah, I was saying to Sam when I got back in the car, there's so many aspects this location. I could have stayed a lot longer and done more. So obviously when I'm going out and making the videos at the moment, it's like a trial run of what works and what doesn't, to see how I'm struggling with filming things, what do I need to change. So, I'm making a list as I go along. For example, I get to find out when I upload the footage to the computer that's still in the camera, have I messed up the focus, because I have so many things set to manual for stream because the lighting conditions don't change. And it got to a certain point while I was painting and I'm oh, the view of the sketchbook looks lovely. This must be great on the camera. And then I looked over to the viewfinder and I was oh, this is blown out because this was set to shadows. That was silly of me. So we get to see if the footage is bad or not. So much of this is a learning process though. And for example, the first location, it was incredibly windy. And that's where a better microphone would have come in handy. Again, we're learning. I was saying to Sam though, I definitely want to try and make my own pochade because obviously I mentioned before in a previous video that I quite like the look of the yucca but it's quite expensive and I don't know if it's right for me, how I want to use it. So we've got loads of scrap bits of MDF in the garage. I was thinking, ooh, why not just make one to begin with, see how it goes, and we can just constantly chop and change things up to suit accordingly, right? That way I get exactly what I want, and of course it'd be a lot cheaper. Something that would really wind me up is spending that much money on something and it's just not the right product. It's nice big bits of yellow in, a bit nice and bright. We're still just laying a lot of flat colour down initially and then we'll build up. Do I do something drastic? Yeah, let's do the drastic thing. Let's just soak the sketchbook. Do that. Spread it through, use this, I think. Use some of the Himi gouache because I don't have to mix that. I'm definitely having a lot of fun just layering the paint and having fun with it. I feel a lot more confident than I have been in years. Thinking oh, am I ruining the picture doing this? And it's no, it's a process, it builds up. It'll look worse before it gets better. It's a really difficult thing to keep in mind. These are going into a plummy colour. I feel I don't often get to paint things that are in through warm light. I do loads of things that are proper greens, but this kind of shade always feels rare. Also, the reason why I use the spray bottle to actually spray the page a bit is to give everything a re-wetting, but it's even. That way the colours all blend together nicely. This is good. green. I just feel greens are the very difficult colours to get right. So I was thinking about buying a whole load of new watercolour paints, but focusing mainly on some greens. I've seen some lovely shades from like different brands, and I'd really love to try them out. This is good because the screen is getting slightly muddied, but that's exactly what I want. A lot more duller. And this all goes down. Yeah, like ochre. Brighten it up slightly. And the path. It's more like a cream going on. Can go over? No, not opaque enough. It's more of a glaze. Try this violetta. I'm also going to have some white in it as well. It is so warm under my desk at the moment. I've got the computer right next to my legs. And I've got like the window shut to make sure nothing picks up on the mic. And I am cooking. I even have the fan on, and it's just not doing anything. I have to open up my door in a second. Let it breeze through. Now I hit the bottom of the pan with this indigo. I love the darkness. Quite similar to Payne's Grey. There's just a little bit more of a blue tone to it. They're very handy for keeping pictures quite bright and quiet. Let's see, let me dare have a Caesar break. Hello, squishy cat. Purple. Well done. Over the paint. That pour is in paint. Let me help you. Oh no! You stepped in my favourite blue. Oh, Caesar, I have the culprit. Honestly, you've got dirty paws. Look at my blue. I get your paws on my t-shirt to wipe away the worst bit. Can you climb up? Thank you. This is why you shouldn't have animals in the studio. They're so cute. Don't you think about it, Nick. Yeah, you're a cat. You go meow. I've got paw prints on my cup. I'm just going to have to accept it if I do. A lot of the details for the bits down here will be done in pencil because we need more texture than anything. Okay, I'm just taking a little break. I needed to let this dry a little bit. Figure out what I was going to do next with it. I need to start adding detail now to the trees for the foliage. Just taking a short little break because I was waiting for all this to dry. I don't know why. I always just go to the fridge and I'm like, I'm hungry. And I open it up and I'm like, am I hungry or am I bored? I'm still trying to like stop myself at the moment. Because like I realise I don't often like get those opportunities anymore with the kid. And it's just like, I have to be so careful when I'm by myself. I know at this point I need to really start watching out for being on social media for too much. I kept telling myself that I was going to set myself a challenge of like any time that I'm on social media, I should just open up my sketchbook instead. And I tried to do that the other day, the little one around, and he just kept on trying to snatch my sketchbook. And there was just like no safe place to sit and draw, and I just couldn't divide my attention. Whereas with, scrolling through or Instagram, you're not really paying attention to it, so it doesn't feel as bad. So I don't know if it's just like I'm completely incapable of dividing my attention with trying to do something productive while looking after the baby, or it's just, I just need to get better. Break a habit, work on it. I'm even trying to resist right now playing Minecraft. There's like a server that I have access to now, and I'm like, ooh, I want to build some cool things based on Solus as well. That'd be a fun thing to do. Like, no, I have not done any work in ages. I need to get that done before I have any form of fun. If I could have like 2 of me, that would be great. Because I do like painting, but like my mind is going at 1,000,000 miles an hour. I just want to do too many things at once. I'll start working on the trees that we need as some colour. Let's switch to pencils for a little bit. So change view. We're going to start working with some coloured pencil now. Mainly just working on making these edges just stand out a lot more. Is it bad after all these heat waves we've been having here in the UK that I can't wait for it to be winter again? I wouldn't mind being so warm in my room then. I wonder how all the streamers are coping at the moment with their computers cooking their room. I'm trying to decide of like, do I keep this quite rough? Probably. Just have fun with texture and colour. Well, the main bits of colour down, so that's the hard bit over. Now this is the Plein experimental time. At least this way I can add all the texture. I've been questioning, do I treat myself to some new arts of things I use? Colour pencils loads. Like I mainly use these watercolour pens doing any kind of detailing work, but I'm really tempted to try some like other things. Just really been enjoying roughing my work up. It feels like there's so much less pressure than doing mixed media with this kind of style. So I have actually bought a whole load of new paper, and I'm very tempted to start the book now because of it. Because it was the exact paper that I wanted. I just kept putting it off because I was thinking, I need to use the Arches watercolour paper. I need to use it. I didn't get on with it. I need to do some like other pieces with that paper in particular. I can use it up. I think some brighter blue. Light blue does the trick. Just wanted something that was a little bit more punchy coming through. I use the blue grey and add a faded edge to this bit. And somehow I've got to add a whole load of texture to the floor. And I'm tempted just to do lots of line and build it up that way for the depth. It's going to be one of those instances where I've overworked it, but it's fine. This is And I definitely feel like I need to try and do like a final piece. I keep doing sketchbook work, but at the same time, I've nearly finished this sketchbook. I am so close to the end right now. I just want to be able to put it on my shelf and be like, I am done. This is finished. Never touching this again. And then I can also move on to the Etcher sketchbook and finish that. That's going to be filled with nice family pieces. And I can probably just start carrying on with my fantasy sketchbook that I started forever ago and just never got around to carrying on with it. I've got like 2 fantasy sketchbooks that I've made. Like, I've actually handmade them, found them myself. And they're filled with watercolour paper, all stained to look old and aged. The first one I made was my Skyrim sketchbook, and that was purely filled with sketches and painting using Skyrim as a reference itself. So it's meant to be like a Skyrim travel journal. And the other sketchbook I was making in preparation for a certain game until we found out more details about the creator. And it was like, oh, okay, I'm just going to make this a generic fantasy then. So thankfully I've done more Lord of the Rings stuff in it now. I think because there's so many pages, I made such a thick book. I'm going to turn it into stuff for solace, I think. And I can just have loads of fun experimenting, because I didn't use expensive paper in it at all. So I think in the future though, what I will do in regards to sketchbooks, I think I'll just buy them. Unless I have something like really special I want to do. So maybe if it's solace related, then I will make the sketchbook for it. But if it's like stuff like this, like landscapes, like general practice, then I'll probably just keep it as a normal sketchbook that I buy off the shelf. But from that point, it's like, what brand do I go with? I've gone through 2 of the Moleskine sketchbooks, the normal ones, which is this one and a Plein. I've also got a watercolour one from Moleskine, an A4 version, but I hate when things open up in landscape. I prefer this kind of format for portrait. See loads of artists also using wild talons, and they come in really fun colours, so that's very nice. But a part of me is just like, I want some uniformity to them. Do I just carry on buying what I usually use? Because I feel a bit mixed. I don't know whether to go for like a proper watercolour sketchbook, but like I found with the Moleskine one, the paper is just too thin. Like, it does an okay job, but there's so much buckling to the paper. It's quite annoying, but anything heavier, then they're quite expensive. Or I can just say, screw it, and I'm going to make my own sketchbook. And they are far cheaper, but it just means that they're not bound very neatly. I mean, that could add to the charm. One small part of me is very tempted to do like a mini travel journal for when the Ocarina of Time remake comes out. I really hope the art style in it is nice. I don't feel too convinced with the initial reveal, little Link in his bed. It looks too similar to the Unreal 5 engine projects that were going on, which they weren't bad, but it just felt like Nintendo just completely copied what they thought was going to be popular. So Nintendo, I hope you prove me wrong on that. What are these streaks kind of like a light pink, Madeleine. Oh yes, will do. But you need to be sharpened. Again, I'm just adding bits of texture here, there and everywhere. I wonder how much different these will turn out if I just use one. With this paper, like everything just sits on top. It doesn't really like sit in the full paper's slightly different. Let's go for some blue again. Now I've built up some texture. I'm just slowly working on building up the colour of the tree. I'm going to have it so you can still see parts and some of this shadow down here. We've made bad progress today with what we've managed to get done. Did a lot more walking than I expected, but with a good outcome. I think it is reactivating, but yeah, I think we're practically done. We'll let that dry, and then I'll whip out the Poscas just to do some little bits on the very, very... Okay, so to finish this off, is leather. Unfortunately, I've just remembered that my white acrylic ink has completely dried up, because I don't think I put the lid on. So that's a mistake on my part there. Will I remember to buy some more next time I'm out? No, I never remember. Pro tip: don't try and get more ink out on the actual page. I'm just going to go over this edge to make it a little bit more prominent, and then we'll do the same with this. And there's highlights in on the ground, just adding bits of detailing here and there. There's like not much going on in this area over here. We can add some little bits of detail. Cool. Balance out the piece. With this, there's like lots of sticks on the floor, so that's what like these little white bits. The bottom bit almost looks like muddied watery straw. Oh, the great Caesar is meowing. He knows what I'm nearly done. Without fail. Hello Caesar, put the paints away. Would you like to join for the last bit? Say that, there's not much room for you though. You'll find a way though, won't you? You just not step in the Oscars while they're dry. Thank you. Oh, blessed be the butthole. Hello, would you like some fuss and love? We do this last little bit. No, can I keep you here? My switch lives. This is not where cat lives. Here you go. Adding some pink to the pathing. Nice and bold. Pink up the middle bit. Here, bit in the trees. Then lots here as well. Fields back here. There's some bit final little bits. There's not too much the yellow poking up here because it's in the darkness. I think we're done. Okay, so made use of the day. So we've managed to get 2 sketches done, 1 finished piece done, which means I am still behind on 2 paintings. Hello, Caesar. But as a major positive, managed to go for a walk today. And get some exercise. So I have to say that is an extreme win. I've definitely learnt some new things going out this time round. I think the first time I went out doing plein air, it was quite easy breezy. I did it all on my phone, so it wasn't any problems, but I came across so many issues this time round. So the current list at the moment is we need to do microphone, I need a real tripod if I'm going to be using my Sony camera. I need to remember to set auto exposure on the Sony camera so we don't have any weirdness going on, because I set everything up for manual for streaming, but for going outside where the ever-changing light is happening, I need to sort that out. And also think of what to do for an outdoor gouache painting, because I feel like I can't progress much with watercolours. Watercolours are nice, I think it needs to be the right setup, and we're thinking of that as well. Maybe we'll make like a really simple pochade box, just so I've got something a little bit easier set up. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the little adventure today. I think I will be going out to the Wrekin more as a location, just because it's really good for me getting some exercise there, and there's lots of different viewpoints. And obviously, like, I'm still learning how to do comfortable plein air out and about as well. And the other thing I need to add to my list, because I got stopped a few times. I say stopped a few times. People walked up to me a few times, interested in what I was doing, and it's really awkward giving my username out to people because everybody like mishears me. So I think I need to get some like very simple business cards made up of like, yeah, here's my Instagram handle, here's my YouTube. That might be an idea. Luckily, I have a reprographics company literally around the corner from me, so I might try and design something so I've got something in my bag at all times. That might be quite helpful. Yay, finished piece. As usual, guys, if you like what you saw, please don't forget to give a like. I am trying to get out more. We've just come back from holiday, so everything's a little bit all up in the air. And obviously we've had non-stop heat waves with another one coming. So I'm gonna have to like find some nice chill locations that maybe don't involve like loads of exercise that'll make me keel over in the heat. But until then, I'll catch you in another video. Say bye-bye, Caesar. Bye-bye.